I'm Hannah Abbott, a team leader with Usborne Books and More, and I'm going to share some of our new fiction releases. First up, if you're familiar with our Cuddle Bear and plush, you are going to love Cuddle Bear Book of Hugs. Cuddle Bear loves to give hugs to everyone, but he realizes that he can't hug everyone, so he starts a hug academy, and he teaches that hugs cheer up people and make them smile. And so he has lots of bears that are in his school, and they're practicing hugging. They even learn to swim, because what if a whale needs a hug? So it's a really sweet story, really sweet illustrations, and all about that sometimes everyone needs a hug. We also have a brand new little box set with a board book and a plush for even those little readers that just need a Cuddle Bear lovey. Love You Who is another new release that is so sweet. Big Owl is tucking in Little Owl, and there's something he wants to tell him before he goes to sleep. That from the moment that Little Owl hatched, that he has just changed his world. And each day has been so much more colorful and bright, and anything is possible as long as they're together. He's been able to teach Little Owl so many new things, but he's also learned new things from Little Owl, like paying attention to the little details that often parents forget. That we get so busy we forget to pay attention to the little things. But it's so sweet that wherever they're going, they're going to look forward to it, and they're going to be together, and there's going to be bumps along the way. You know, things are going to happen that don't go their way, but they're going to cheer each other up and pick each other up and keep going. And at the end, it tells them that no matter what, Little Owl is going to do, or where he's going to go, or where he's going to fly to, that he's always going to love him no matter what. So really, really sweet bedtime story. We are loving our new release of Boy, and Boy lives in Viking times, and his village is always fighting. And Boy is deaf, so he can't hear it, but he can see the anger and the unhappiness on everyone's faces, and he just doesn't understand why they're always fighting. And one day, Boy goes out in the middle of a battle by accident, because he didn't hear the battle, but he gets caught up in the battle, and he realizes it, and he sees all the angry faces, and he stops and he writes in the sand, "Why are you fighting?" And everyone stops, and the king and the dragon realize that they need to talk about their conflicts, and they realize it was just a miscommunication, and the dragon really wasn't trying to burn down their village. And so they learned to work together and get along, and the Boy is the town's hero for saving everyone, and everyone is so proud and thankful for Boy. And so this is just a really great book that's great for teaching empathy and talking through your conflict instead of fighting about it, and to accept everyone even if they're a little different. This is just one of our really favorite books. Lemur Dreamer is a lot of fun, because Lewis the Lemur lives in a an apartment building with his friends, who are all normal, except Lewis likes to sleepwalk. And so his friends are constantly trying to keep him out of danger as he sleepwalks all through the city, and gets in all sorts of trouble, and they just keep saving him over and over and over. They keep rescuing him and trying to keep him safe so that he can make it back to this house. And at the end, you can find that they have figured out a way to keep Lewis the Lemur safe while he's sleepwalking. But you'll have to read it to find out what they do for him. I Say Ooh, You Say Ah is a really fun book that's going to have everyone giggling and laughing, because it's very interactive. So in the story, when I say ooh, you say ah. So the kids are going to get to interact with the story instead of having to be quiet and listen. They get to participate. So there's something very simple I need you to remember. When I say ooh, you say ah as loudly as you can. Are you ready? ooh, I can't hear you, ooh. So every time I say ooh, they're gonna be saying ah, and then it has, if you see the color red, you're gonna pat your head. So on this page, they're gonna be saying ah, 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 and patting their head, and I'm gonna say, stop hitting your head, that sounds like it hurts. So it's a lot of fun. It keeps building on the different things that they have to see and they have to do throughout the story, but it's silly and it's going to have everyone laughing. Ava's Spectacular Spectacles is a really great book for kids that have to wear glasses. Ava is at school and she can't see the board, and her teacher asks where her glasses are, and she says she doesn't like to wear them. So her teacher wisely tells her some stories about nursery rhyme characters. If they had been wearing their glasses, that maybe they wouldn't have gotten in the trouble that they got in. Like Little Red would have been able to see that it was the wolf and not her grandmother. And Hansel and Gretel would have gotten back home if they had been wearing their glasses. So it goes through several nursery rhymes explaining how if those characters had been wearing their glasses, they would not have gotten in trouble. And Ava decides that maybe wearing her glasses isn't so bad. It's a really cute story for kids that have to wear glasses. Also, a new addition to our stories is Ludwig the Sea Dog. If you remember last catalog, they came out with Ludwig the Space Dog, where he wants to go out and explore the universe. Well, this time, Ludwig and his friends have to save a penguin whose submarine has crashed. So this is a great book because it comes with 3D glasses that the kids get to wear throughout the story, and the pictures on the pages are going to pop out, and the kids are going to try to grab them. My kids enjoy these so much, they're constantly trying to grab. So it's a really fun story about Ludwig and his friends, and they're going to save the penguin and his submarine. So this again is a great book for those kids that don't care for reading, because who doesn't love 3D glasses? It makes it a lot of fun. A great one to have. And the last, this book is very different from any book we've had at Usborne. It's called A Magical Adventure, and it's about two brothers that set out on a magical adventure in search of happiness. And all through the story, you, the reader, are going to be able to help them through puzzles and adventures, and you're going to be able to change the story depending on which brother you go with. But there are going to be mazes, there's going to be things to find that are different on each page, special keys you have to find, paths you have to take, and so this is going to be a lot of fun, especially for those older ones that want to change up the story and make it their own. This is going to be for them. So we can't wait to get started on this one. But at the end, you see together they can do anything. So a lot of fun. So I hope you found some great books to add to your collection.